Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, I will cover this book, Atomic Habits, by Mr. James Clear. And this is the remarkable book and is really what it stands for. It's over 1 million copies sold, as you can see from the cover, and is a very easy and proven way to build the good habits and break the bad ones by just doing the tiny changes and remarkable results. I already see in my life the remarkable result. I read this book last year and I thought it's a very good time, since most of you might be struggling to stick with the New Year resolutions, and that's common. That's what I did happen to me in the past years. So I thought it's the perfect times to cover a few essential points from this book, so which will help build the new habits. So I, Pramod Kumar, I am a CFA charter holder and FRM certified. So kindly like this video. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. Let's continue without any delay. So the first point is the plateau of latent potentials. Yeah, so what is this all about? So most of us, as we are in the struggling phase, and because we want our goals to immediately or in a few days to provide the benefits, right? But it doesn't work like that. We cannot have like immediate benefits, or not on a few days, and then we give up, right? Because we are not seeing the results. Our brain is conditioned like that if we eat something, for example, we find immediate pleasure, right? So that's how it's been developed. But let's see how the results comes. Given the time, so this is the time and these are the results, right? And we want our progress to go like this, right? And this is our expectation of the performance, right? So this is what we want. But actually what happens, it goes something like this, like in a few, we won't see the few results, and then this is the actual. So this is what actually happens, right? And this is our expectation, right? And this area, which is the gap between our expectation and what actually happened, this is our called the valley of disappointment. Okay, because think that we have to keep adding, keep doing that thing, and this is actually the compounding effect, right? So for example, let's say YouTuber, or as whatever the goal you have, right? You put so many videos, right? But you don't see any subscriber, you won't see any views going on initially, and then you keep frustrated. And so this is the time, right? You keep doing this, and when you see some other channel, they just put one video and within half an hour it's just explode, right? Because they did these, they're already here, right? They're already here. If you see from other whose channel, they are already here, but you are here, and we expect to immediate benefit. That's will not happen. All these work what we have put, right, to pass with the time, with the work, then it has a compounding effect, and it goes like that. So so that's happen in YouTube, so that's happen whether you're building a body or learning a skill. So that's it. So we have to be mindful on that something like this is happening, right? So not get disappointed, and basically the problem is at this stage, right? We got disappointed, and then just don't follow doing the action, and then just give up. The give up is not excuse. Just keep doing it. But then how to do it? So we need to have a system on that. So that's the next point, because the way we are thinking on the goal, it's not correct, right? So this is what we need. So this is the identity based habits. That's what the author is suggesting. So in this one, what's happening here is that the goals are basically the outcome of what we want to achieve, right? If you want to build a better result, then forget about goals and focus on your system instead. The more we pride what we in our that particular identity, whether the more the motivated you will be to maintain the habits associated with it, right? For example, if you are proud of your bicep, you will never skip the upper body workout. Improvements are only temporary until they become the part of who we are, right? For example, the goal is not to read a book, right, but to become a readers, right? Because if we are reader, then we read books, we read the other magazines, and that should be our goal. The goal is not to run a marathon, but the goal is to become a runner, and eventually you will be a marathon, right? Become participate in marathon. But if you don't run, then you cannot be a marathon, right? So the goal is not to learn an instrument, but the goal is to think your identity as I am a musician, and that's why I need to learn an instrument. So that's the total shift in terms of the identity. But what's happening right now, we are so restricted with the goals and think from outside. So it should be coming from within, right? So that's how it should be, right? So from within. So what we need to do in order to do that, right? So in order to do that, we need to be 1% better every day, right? So some of you might be thinking, oh, 1% is too small, right? So what that 1% can do for us, right? 1% is nothing, right? Based on the habits which we want to build. But let's see in action what that 1% can able to achieve. Let me show you. If you don't do anything in 1%, or if you do daily something, will 1%, when we see in the map, I think it's really blows my mind, and I believe it will blow your mind as well. So again, this is, we are here and here, right? So this is time, let's say 1 year, and these are our results. And this is right now, let's say we are here, okay, and we want to do 1% improvement, right? So it's go daily, and it's go like this. But if we don't do anything, right, or we don't even practice, then what will happen with the time? It's destroyed our performance, right? So we have, so here, this is the zone of 1% improvement, and this is 1% decline. So if I want to show this in mathematically, so then what does mean? So if you do 1% here, 1% daily improvement, right? 1% better every day. Maybe I'll just percent every day for 365 days. Then what will happen? So this means 1% for 365 days, we will be how much better? You will be surprised, we will be better 37.78%, just by small iterations. So think this power, right? How this spike this will be, right? Gradually after some time. But if you don't do anything, right? So if we 1% worse every day for 365 days, right? Then if you do this one for 365 day in year, so will be only 3%, right? So from here, whatever we have the skill, it will be worse in 3% if we do worse to remove that. So I believe most of us, for sure, we want to be here, right, in the improvement zone. So that's the power of small atomic 1% improvement that on daily basis, which we can able to achieve. So now the question is how we can use this 1% to build that strong the habits. So what is that systems which help us to achieve that results, because 40% improvement is a lot, right? And with 40% improvement with just small baby steps, right? So here the systems which mentioned by Mr. Clear is that there are 4 rules to that. So first rule is Q, which means make it obvious. The second rule is a craving, make it attractive. The third rule is law, basically he refers a response, make it easy. And the fourth law is a reward, which is make it satisfying, right? So these are the 4 he described in detail in the book, and then gave some various examples. So what this framework is, so I'll try to this, it's more detailed, but I'm just trying to give some idea. For more, you can for sure read the book. Let's be specific and smart, start small. So what do you mean by be specific and start small? Because most of the time we have very huge goals, which really is very hard, like we do like, let's say 20 or 30 push-up in a day, and then we just cannot do that. We say, okay, we'll do 10k 10 steps, 10,000 steps, right, every day. But sometimes for someone, if it's a bad weather or maybe is not that committed, won't able to do that, because it's not coming from within by changing the identity, is by from the outside, just the results which we are focusing on. So we need to start small, right, and then gradually add on that. So let's take some examples. Say I will, and whatever the behavior or the we want to do, right, behavior at this time in location. So these are very important, right? So this behavior, time, and believe me or not, the location is also very important, which I will cover as well in detail. So what are the example, right? So let's say if you want to do a meditation, right? Meditation. Then you have to be right something like this. I will meditate, let's say for 1 minute at 7 a.m. in the, maybe just say in the kitchen or whatever room you want, but make sure you do that. Or if you want to study, right, say I will study for half an hour at 8:30 p.m. prior going to bed. So these are the 2 examples. So here, as you can see, we have this behavior, we have this very small time, for sure 1 minute is easy, and exactly what time and location, right? This meditate is for duration and the time, right? So here we have a time. Actually, maybe I should do this one, right? The study. So I think it should be like this. Right? So if I'll do this, so this is this and the location, right? So this is the time, this is the time, and this is the location. So that's what you need to do that, right? So where you want to do that, right? So in this case, right, so I'll just prefer, for me, just before going to sleep, I just read some book. I'll put my book there and do that. But doing this this is one important steps too, so you won't mix match or won't relax. So the environment is the key. Okay, so make sure the environment what you have is one. So the environment is the key. So the wherever you want to do that, it should be welcoming, right? It's not like you are working and doing the entertainment at the same place. It mix match doesn't work like that. So the idea is have one space, one use. That's very, very important, I think, in building this one space and one use, right? So create a separate space for your work, for study, for exercise, and cooking. If you have a house, you can allocate different rooms for that. But if you are in a small condo, or maybe real estate is the issue, then you can say, okay, this is my working table, but I use a separate chair just for reading a book or for relaxations. So this area of my area of space, so you divide that dimension whatever you have, so you won't mix match that. So that's very, and here you can also yeah, so that way, otherwise it will be habit. And another things what you can do a habit stacking, right? So habit stacking, so this is another concept. So habit stacking means, let's say if you want to do a meditation, but when you will start the meditation, right? When you will start the meditation, you say, for me, I usually after taking a bath, I'll straight go to my place and do a meditation, right? So that's how it's I related. But so once I do this, so that trigger my mind, the moment I am fresh and clean, I'll go and do the meditation. So that's one habit, right? So you associate one with another. So the moment something is done, then your brain got the signal, okay, I need to do XYZ, and you go straight to that room or to that place where you have that area pre-set up, right? So that is, or if you are, let's say if you are if you're not drinking too much water, maybe you keep water bottles many places, and then it's easy and convenient, and then you drink water, right? So that's the idea. But make sure it's relatable, it's small, it's time and location. But for sure, for more details, you can go. It's a wonderful book, it's helping me a lot, and many people, I think. So thanks to Mr. Clear. So at the end, I would like to see which one is your favorite books. I tried, yeah, and if you can put in the comments. So for me, this is the wonderful book by Mr. James Clear. I bought it from Costco. It's almost $20, but yeah, if you can buy in Amazon and other places. So that's my take on this book. And which one is your favorite book? Please, if you can kindly comment and tell them why, so we can learn from each other, right? So thanks for watching, and if you are new, kindly subscribe to this channel. Bye for now.